One word: uncertainty. It's the challenge of our time as empaths and light workers and light holders. So today, here's a pep talk, an extended pep talk from the divine to place all of these changes and all of this uncertainty in context. Let's break it down, shall we? So that we can have compassion for what we're going through right now. Number one, we're on the brink of unprecedented change that is going to propel us forward the equivalent of 1,000 years or propel us backward. Now, I came here to Earth for a reason, and you did as well, and you know this. We didn't come here to come this far, in the words of my friend Joseph Greywolf, who's in spirit now. We came here to finish the job. So, in order to do that, and in order to do that in a way that doesn't feel so overwhelming or painful or with so much compression or pressure, there's a few things the divine needs you and all of us to really aim towards, to know, to understand. First is what we've just mentioned. We are on the brink. And we're at that fork in the road, like really at the fork in the road, in a way that, 10 years ago, the fork in the road, none of us could have predicted where we are right now today. It really is a revolution right now. There's a revolution going on with all of us, physically, mentally, spiritually, and emotionally. Revolution implies massive second order change. First order change in the perspective of chaos theory, of which I've been trained, is small incremental changes. And we've been getting by as a collective over the last 50 years with small incremental changes. What the divine needs from us, not first order change. They don't care about first order change, and you don't care about first order change. What you and we, all of us, care about is second order change. Massive, profound change, revolutionary change in the way that we do business as a society, as relating to one another and relating to the divine. They have been knocking on our heads for a long time, and they will continue to knock on our heads until such time as we make the decision. Frankincense, incredibly grounding. Highly encourage you to take this with you in airports or wherever you go out in the world. Until such time as we get the message and we relate to one another in a new way with compassion and with agape. Agape is unconditional love. Now, we came here to be human, so it's a little bit of a paradox, is it not, to know that we incarnated in a human body to experience polarity, to experience the opposite of unconditional love, and yet here we are as empaths, light workers and light holders, we're being asked to master unconditional love. It's a paradox. So, given this fact alone, and then when you add on top of it AI, completely revolutionizing our society, the way we think, the way we operate in the world, economic pressure tied to that with the losing of jobs, unaffordability at an all-time high, stress at an all-time high. It can be very overwhelming for sensitive people, sensitive souls with sensitive nervous systems. It can be very overwhelming. So I see that, I experience that, I see it in you, the divine sees it in you, and they want to remind you to do this to yourself right now. Give yourself a hug, my friends. You're living through unprecedented times. We all are. And it's not an easy gig to be human in the first place, let alone incarnating at a time like this, where so much is TBD, to be determined. How do we handle all of this unprecedented change? That's what we're interested in. We're not interested in anything else. We're keeping our focus only on that question. How do we successfully handle all of this change? All right. Number 2, releasing judgments of others who are different from us, who think differently from us politically, especially, which, as a political junkie and a hardcore liberal, it can be very hard for me to do. And I'm sure you are no different. We must learn to relate to one another in new ways as divine beings and not the meat suit, not this, not our beliefs, not our opinions. Nobody gives a shit about opinions in the world of spirit. When it's your time to cross over, you're going to see, we all will, because we've seen it before, how irrelevant opinions are, beliefs, all of this. They're largely irrelevant. They feel relevant because our ego says, oh, this is really important that I decide how different I am in relation to one another, where in the world of spirit, we're all the same. We're human, we struggle, we just want the best. So, can we find common ground with those who think differently than us? Can we release the judgments? You know what? We all get a chance to be the asshole. All of us. You keep coming back in another body, lifetime after lifetime after lifetime, which you, if you're watching this video, it's very likely that you've been around the block. You've been the asshole in previous lives. The assholes that you're judging subtly, that we all do here and there because we're human. We all get a chance to be that person that we think is doing it wrong. So to prevent, any karmic damage or further karmic damage, just exhale, breathe it over to the divine whenever you find yourself being triggered by those who think differently than you. It's not important. It literally is not important. Now, if you're a political activist, that might be a little bit different. Because, yes, we all want a more just and a fair world, especially economically, especially with human rights and equality. We don't, who wants war? Nobody wants war, right? And yet it's the subtle judgments that we make towards those that are different towards us that actually actively make war happen in the moment every time we judge those that are different from us. So your question and our question is, how can I be just more compassionate, A, to myself, B, as a result of that, more compassionate towards others and less likely to judge? It's really important that we recognize that we come to this human body to experience poverty, to experience what it's like to be homeless, to experience stress and overwhelm. Why? So that we can remember while still in a body that the divine is our solution to all challenges. So just remember, please, that we must find a new way to interact with one another and love one another. All right, here's some other trends. That one was a little bit emotionally charged. You could feel it, and I can feel it as I'm sharing this wisdom, which we all have, by the way. We all have the connection to wisdom from the divine. I hope that you remember, and I trust that you will, remember to ask the divine to help you find the right words with those people that trigger you And all it takes is an asking. Help me, Divine Mother, Divine Father, help me to find the words, the right words that activate the light in others and not the shadow. All right, now here's the fun part, the trends on where we're going in the light. What are you passionate about? And what are you moving towards? With a revolution going on in the world collectively, there's a revolution internally inside of you, in all of us. So, what are you moving towards that you've been maybe ignoring or putting off that you can maybe take some action on? Let me give you an example from my own life. I've never been this excited about life. Yeah, I've got my own struggles going on right now, a lot of things happening. And what really has been lighting me up lately, I'm so excited to share this with you. I have been creating music. I took a music production class a couple months ago, and I've been tinkering with creating EDM music, which is life affirming. I've been doing ecstatic dances every week over in Oakland for the last year on Wednesday evenings and sometimes Sunday mornings, which is a mindfulness practice. It's a dance where you let your body flow to the rhythms and just without talking to others. In a room with 200 people is where I go, in a historic ballroom. It lights me up. It's prayer, it's meditation, it's mindfulness. Ecstatic dance. Look it up in your own community. Every community that was basically over a couple 100,000 people will likely have an ecstatic dance community. So that's another thing that I'm doing. I'm moving towards becoming a DJ, an ecstatic dance DJ, because it's such an incredible, powerful form of prayer to offset the garbage in the world. I've been exploring my voice. I'm going to join the Gay Men's Chorus. I'm on the D list when it comes to my voice. So I don't know if I can join the San Francisco Gay Men's Choir. That's pretty elite, but maybe the Oakland Choir. We'll see. I say that tongue in cheek. Um, Singing and humming has been shown scientifically to calm the vagus nerve and take us out of fight or flight. Music in general, sound, frequency, takes us out of fight or flight. So maybe there's something a little bit wink wink there for you as well. I'm exploring, I'm in an earth phase right now. I've been working with spirit as a medium, as a channel, as a healing practitioner for 17, actually 18 years now. And if you count the fact that I was a counselor before that, almost 30 years, actually over 30 years. And so at this stage in my life, after being woo woo for so long, it's almost kind of like been there, done that. It's like what's really exciting me now is being a human being, dancing, singing, music, sexuality, exploring Tantra, principles of gentle touch, gentle sexual touch, intentional cultivation of intentional erotic energy as a means to connect to the divine. It's fantastic. If you have been thinking about exploring that, get a little spicy, go ahead, go for it. It's there's a lot there. It's fun. All right? You have permission. We all do. No matter what you were told by your parents or the Catholic Church. Been there, done that. All right? Now, um, so a few other exciting trends here that the divine is asking me to share with you to stimulate you so that you can stimulate others. And I find it ironic that we were just talking about sexuality, and the word that comes through is stimulation. I am double Scorpio after all. So, anyway, moving on. Sunshine. This is a word and a concept that the divine really wants us to take seriously. The color of what it feels like to have sunshine in our lives, literal sunshine, and therefore emotional sunshine as a result. We need sun. We have been told as a Western culture for as long as I've been alive and likely before that, that the sun is our enemy, that, oh, we need to block ourselves with sunblock from the sun because it causes cancer. No. In very rare instances, if we didn't have the toxic pollution in the world that we do, there might be some melanoma that happens from massive sun exposure. However, because that we live in a world that's polluted and it's full of toxic chemicals and heavy metals everywhere and plastics and this and that, in our drinking water, it's ubiquitous. We can't get away from it. That's truly what activates um, cancer and skin cancer included. Now, I'm not a doctor. I have a PhD, but I'm not a medical professional. So I'm not. This is not medical advice. It's just what I'm noticing from the divine and what they're telling me through my open channel, which you have an open channel as well. And you have the same ability to receive and to be in the collective consciousness, both human and divine. It's all the same. The trend is we need to start looking at the sun as our friend and an immune system modulator that helps us, prevents us from getting cancer. So for far too many of us, we've been avoiding the sun long term historically, right? And now we're being asked to go to the sun with mindfulness, with intent, sunshine, come into my body, come into the back of my neck, and especially your lunar chakra, which is where a lot of energy enters our auric fields, to ask the sunshine to enter your energy field in your body and imagine it. Just, you don't even have to imagine it because it feels so good. Letting it juice you up. And in this day and age, the sun is a gateway to spiritual energy. So if you've been blocking yourself with toxic sunscreens, which are probably more, well, not probably, are more likely to cause any kind of skin cancer than the sun itself, uh, be mindful about that, all right? And be mindful that you need sunshine to help your immune system and to emotionally make you feel amazing. 90% of people in modern society don't get enough sunshine, don't get enough vitamin D. A large majority of us spend our time indoors. That's why I got to live in the forest to do the work that I do. So, the divine really wants you to remember, and all of us to remember, the power of Mother Nature, in particular, the power of sun to make us feel delicious, all right? Essential oils. Don't forget your frankincense or whatever makes you feel good. Carry it with you wherever you travel. It helps you stay tethered to the earth, stay grounded, and therefore to feeling better and able to carry more spiritual energy that you can then share with others. Oral health, right here. Um, why is this important? Because it's so intimately tied to the pineal gland. The mouth and the pineal gland are so very physically close to one another. Spiritually, to get downloads, revelations, those eureka moments, we need an oral cavity that is clean and pure and not filled with fluoride, which is a decalcifier of the pineal gland. So rather than using mouthwash, which has been linked to Alzheimer's and cancer and a host of unpleasant outcomes, um, regular mouthwash, don't cut it, cannot do it anymore. For those of us that are up leveling our vibration, we need natural mouthwash, peppermint, little peppermint essential oil and water, food grade peppermint essential oil and water is beautiful. Myrrh works really well, and there's others too. So find your own, experiment with it, do your research, get off of the fluoride toothpaste, replace it with a tea tree oil toothpaste or a neem oil toothpaste, non-commercialized toothpaste. Like Crest isn't going to cut it anymore. AIM is not going to cut it anymore. Those types of brands, sorry, they're going to toxify your body and calcify your pineal gland. So Just remember oral health, really important. It's one of the trends here in the new age. So this has been a long video. It's been needed. I've been wanting to do one of these for a while where I just sit down and chat with you. I really want to hear from you, and we really want to hear from you. So let us know how you've experienced these words, what you've been experiencing. We don't exist in isolation. We can't. We need community. So the Empath Sanctuary community is a community I've run for 4 years now. We're entering our 5th year, and we have a membership, our annual fall membership drive. Please consider joining us. We do once a month live spirit office hours, themed play shops. You'll get mentoring from your spirit guides. As a channel, I tune into your guides. That's how I work. All my private sessions, um, I'll tune into your guides. Occasionally, you get a beloved, you know, uh, dropping by to say hi. It's not the focus of my work, but mediumship, a little bit here and there with sessions. So take advantage of the sessions. If you've been feeling overwhelmed, if you need guidance, if you want to get out of inertia, if you need new energy, if you want to get juiced up, kind of this pep talk energy that we're invoking today, there ain't too many things that are better than connecting in community with the Empath Sanctuary and connecting to your spirit guides via some sessions. And there's a whole bunch of other programs that I do too. So my name is Michael Smith. My spirit name these days is Raven, as reclaiming the two spirit that I am. I encourage you to ask for your spirit name. Spirit will show you and give you some clues about what it might be. You're known as a soul so much more than who you are as your human self. And I look forward to connecting with you very soon in new ways. Have a beautiful day.